Hey everyone, Amarathi here, and we're back with another build. Today we have the Decoy Bomber, a bag of tricks marksman with a tactical nuke in her pocket. It's a fast attacking build that uses Cinder Strike in an unconventional way, while also being one of the tankiest marksman builds available. It's budget friendly and can be leveled with, and should have no issues clearing 300 plus corruption monoliths. As always, the build planners are below. I've got a core build and a late game end build with the legendaries, but stick around and I'll go through the key interactions. If you want to see me playing this build, you can join me on twitch.tv/Amarathi, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to help the channel. The core of the build is built around the oil coating stacks within the Cinder Strike tree. By taking 5 points here and 5 points in the Coded Darts nodes, we can get the 5 added fire throwing attack damage and 25% increased fire damage, or elemental damage if we take the elemental vulnerability node, for 4 seconds. The goal is to attack as fast as possible and build up these stacks, and then pair it with some devastating throwing attack skills. First up is the tactical nuke itself, Decoy. Thanks to the unique Kelthan's Blasting Agent, we can turn Decoy into a 5-second cooldown tactical nuke that kills anything on the screen when you have high oil coating stacks. Decoy naturally has a whopping 600% added throwing damage scaling, and we can further multiply the damage with Boom, Excessive Explosives, and Meticulous Construction. By taking Shrouded Core with Grand Diversion, we can also generate 3 shadows. These can be used to proc our Umbral Blades thanks to the dancing shadows in the shift tree, casting Cascade to use those shadows, and Umbral Remnant in the Umbral Blades tree, dropping the Umbral Blades within Shadow Exploration. We augment our Umbral Blades by taking Sub-Zero Intrusion to benefit from the increased elemental damage of oil coating, and Sword Thrower, Cacophony of Steel, and Lethal Darkness to drastically increase the damage. Those are those spinning blades that you can see in the footage there. Our damage is also heavily supported by Woundmaker in the Marksman passive tree, which will play a stack of crit vulnerability on hit, and we are going to be producing a lot of hits in this build. Likewise, that crit vulnerability will be our sustain thanks to gaining 75 health on crits with the Perfect Aim passive. Those hits are going to be coming from the sub-skill Burning Daggers from the Cinder Strike tree, with both the Burning Dagger node and the Fire Breathing node, as well as using a standard Shift Shuriken's Blade Armor setup, which is seen on almost every rogue. This time we can notably take some entry points within the Shuriken's tree for some more damage. Attack speed is absolute king in this build, with it exponentially ramping up the damage output through both our attacks per second, increased stretch stacks, and increased oil coating stacks. And Aurora's Time Glass can be used for the increased attack speed and other benefits if you do have one. We'll be heavily investing into the Arrowstorm passives and similar effect idols. When you see that little green buff on your bars, you know it's time to just keep shooting for those 3 seconds. Loraka's Claws is the only other unique that should be used in the build by default due to the throwing attack crit multi and the poison activating our Shuriken's entry points. For offense stats, we want to focus on bow attack speed, critical strike multiplier, added fire throwing damage, and cooldown recovery speed. For defense, we want to focus on increased and hybrid health, 100% critical strike avoidance, resistance is above 65%, increased armor, vitality and added health, and increased dodge. We will want to convert the 3 existing uniques in the builds into legendaries. To do so, for Kelthan's Blasting Agent, we will want to get Level of Cinder Strike and Critical Strike Multiplier. Loraka's Claws will want some hybrid health and any resistances you might be missing, and Aurora's Time Glass will want Critical Strike Multiplier and any other resistances you are missing. If you're lucky enough to get a Hellreach with 2 LP on it, you'll want to get bow attack speed on there first, and then Critical Strike Multiplier, and then that can be used as your bow. You'll also want to go for an Arrow Guard with at least 1 LP and go for a bow attack speed on that. If you don't have any of these 2, just run an Obsidian Bow with as fast as bow attack speed possible, and a Light Quiver with the bow attack speed as well. Well, there you go guys, that's the build in its entirety. If you've got any further questions, just comment down below and I will get to them. As I said before, you can join me on twitch.tv/Amarathi. Till next time.